please rise.
All right, be seated. Okay, my name is Smith. We're here for a bond hearing. This is not a trial. We got a couple of miscellaneous things to do first, then we'll start the bond hearing. If I call your name, step to the front center. This is what we refer to as a bench. Please don't touch it or lean on it unless you're signing some paperwork. When you leave the room, friendly reminder, please don't slam that door. Close it behind you gently. Go back to where you were before you came in here. It's a big old metal door. Foster, Raymond, come on down. Bench warrant, $470 fine or 30 days, sir. You can pay it or you can stay and do the time.
Somebody's going to pay them at the call.
As soon as they pay it, you can go, my man. Go back outside. Is it size more?
Yes, sir.
Come on. Family court bench warrant, you're in jail on that until they call you over and take you to the family court judge. You may go back outside. Compton. General Sessions Court bench warrant, same thing. You're here until they take you over to see the circuit court judge. If you got a lawyer, I suggest you call him.
Yes, sir.
All right, listen up. I'm here to let you know that you have the right to a trial by jury. You also have the right to have an attorney. If you feel you have a charge where you need an attorney, want an attorney, but you can't afford to pay for one, you have to ask for a public defender. To have a public defender, you must qualify. You do that by filling out some paperwork, answering some questions under oath, and meeting monetary guidelines set down by the federal government. A couple of you should have gotten a piece of paper shortly before you came in here. Who got them? Hold them up. All right, put them down. Those are on what we consider minor offenses. They're basically 30-day type charges. In other words, the worst thing that could happen to you, generally speaking, if you're found guilty, you could get 30 days in jail and or a fine per charge. So if you know you're going to go to court on those charges and speak for yourself, it means you're going to go to your trial and do your own talking. You can sign that form and turn it in. You do not have to sign it, but you have to turn it in. When I ask you for it, if you don't want to sign it, or you don't know what to do with it, you can say, I am undecided. Or you could say, I'm going to have an attorney. And if you do on a 30-day type offense, unless you say otherwise, I'm going to assume you're going to get your own attorney and you're going to pay for him. Now, if you mean anything different from that, you need to be real clear as to what you say and mean when you start talking about an attorney. If you don't go to court, guess what they'll do? They'll start without you. You don't even have to be there. They'll go ahead and have a trial. They'll put forth evidence, and they will make a decision. So it is your responsibility to show up for magistrate or municipal court. That's when you get to tell your side of the story and do your talking, not in here. All right, we're going to talk about bond for just a second. There's a reason for bond. There's a purpose for bond. That is to get you out of jail if possible, and to motivate, ensure, or guarantee that you show up at your trial. A trial is where guilt or innocence is determined. Punishment's handed down. Bond is to get you there. There's different kinds of bond, and always some conditions that go along with bond. Everyone that's released on bond is released under a good conduct clause. That simply means if you are out of jail on bond and you get arrested for anything, you have violated your bond. You could be brought back in, your bond removed or revoked, and you may not get another one. If you get another one, it's probably going to be higher and more restrictive than the one you were out on, or in some cases, you can stay right here with us in jail till you go to trial, so do not violate your bond. Everyone gets a bond form when you leave the jail. It'll have your conditions of bond on it, your time and place of court. I strongly recommend that you read it. We give bonds called PR and also cash or surety. If you get a PR, that stands for personal recognizance. You get to sign yourself out, no money involved. Cash is cash. We'll take it if you have it. Surety, you can use a bondsman. They charge a fee. Normally it's around 10% of whatever the bond is. They'll put up your bond, take the risk, you pay the fee. All right, when I call your name, step up to the bench. Please don't touch it or lean on it unless you're signing something. If I ask a question, please answer with verbal yes or a no. If I ask for an address, I'm going to need a complete one. That includes a city, a state, and a zip code. When you leave, take any paperwork laying up in the front. It belongs to you. Close that door gently. Go back to where you were before you came in here. Folks in the jail will get you processed. Turner, Kenna. Sir, you have a domestic violence third degree, and you go into court and speak for yourself?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Sign up. Okay, on domestic violence, I have to go over the law that says if this person you're having a problem with were in a shelter, you were to go to the shelter, get caught there, you could get up to 3 years in jail, $3,000 in fines. If at the time you get caught on the grounds of the shelter you have a weapon on you, you could get up to 5 years and $5,000 in fines. I need you to sign right there stating you know about that law, and I'm going to give you a copy of it. All right, you're going to have court on November 30th. Magistrate Court, Spartanburg County Courthouse. You know where the courthouse is?
Magistrate.
Courthouse. We only got one courthouse.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What
sir.
is your address?
1220 St. John Street. I don't know the zip code.
Well, they got you on Oakland Avenue in Greenville.
That was the warrant they put out. I don't know why. When I went up there, I told the lady I don't know about the address right there.
What's your phone number?
864-518-6698.
Give me that address again.
1220 St. John Street.
St. John
I mean,
Street.
1220 Johnson Street.
St. John Street is downtown Spartanburg.
I just moved over there a month ago, that's why. It's 1220 Johnson Street. It's over there in Arcata, or whatever that area is. Arcata, Arcata. I just
Where are you
moved over
from?
there. I'm from Greenville. I was in Greenville for the last 5 years.